Good morning. Good morning. Yep, I got a feeling tech gonna do good today. But buyer beware. Buyer beware. Morning, morning. Hey, no worries, Nikki. It's my pleasure. Uh-oh. Ooh. Shareholder battery. Dennis, I think we've got one more drop, in my opinion. I'll go over that. You know what? Yeah, because I wanted to play Apple too. I'm gonna add that to the list. This is gonna be quick though. Um, so I'm definitely gonna be hopping off 15 minutes prior to market open. So I'll be real quick and I'll kind of go over high level of what I'm looking at. Okay, let's just get started. So QQQs. Here is my target zones. Tech is getting a bid, and after I turn on the extended hours, well, let me just start here. There was two counts that I was tracking. I'm tracking a purple count and a gray count. Okay. Um, or I guess you call it, it's actually a white count. So white count, purple count. QQQ bounced in my secondary target zone. I was looking for a primary, more of a deeper retracement. But it looks like QQQ bounced here for a wave 3. Okay, so I'm not going to count this as my primary just yet. If QQQs can get into wave 4, okay, which we are, but if we get rejected and start going back down, then that means this purple count comes off the table and the white count is my primary. Okay, so right now what I'm tracking is tech. Right now, this is so far it's looking like the white counts is the count to follow, but unless I get a rejection up here and we start going back down for a wave 5, I have to keep this purple count on there. And a wave 5 for the white count would look something like this. So right here. So I would look for QQQs. For me, my opinion, I would look for QQQ to drop down to the 254 to 256 area once we get done with this wave 4 pullback. Now, in order for me to think or to even to consider this is the bottom of QQQs, this level here, where we're at, so many lines open right now. Of course. All right, so here's my wave 1 right down here. Like, no, I'm take that back. Take off these extended hours. The some. Oops. Sorry, bear with me. What the hell, those a little high. Okay, that's a lot better. All right. Thought that one looked a little weird. This is my purple count. Okay, so for right now, I've got okay. That scared me for a minute. Okay. So for me to consider that the bottom is in here as in a potential wave 5. Okay, that's a potential wave 5. Remember our rules about wave 1. Take out the extendeds again. Remember our rules about wave 1. Wave 4s can't enter wave 1 zone, okay? So just keep an eye here. If we start breaking through and we start getting into this zone here, actually, I'm going to readjust this. Okay. So far, QQQs has retraced 50% of this entire swing down. Okay, so we're definitely in resistance. Yeah, so right here is the 50% level. All right, so we've retraced 50% of this entire swing down. If we break resistance, which we end up going into wave 1 zone, then that means this is wave 5. This is 5 waves down, and now we're going up. But for now, that's not what I'm not counting that. So potentially what's looking like it's the white count's looking like it's taking shape. But I'm not going to take this purple count off until we get this bounce and then get down to a wave 5. Now we could just, if the wave 4 completes, we go down for a wave 5. Remember, wave 5s could, go sideways and then get a double bottom and then start going back up. So it doesn't have to come down to this level. I would like to, because that means Apple would dip and all the other tech, and we would get a pretty nice dip buy. But we shall see. So I'll have to readjust these counts. Okay. All right. So here's my white count for wave 5 is between 251 and 254. So yeah, 251 and 254. Look at SPY. I do. Also catching a bid. So yeah, so I got a feeling that that the wave 1's done, and then now we're in a wave B pullback. So I'm looking for SPY to come up to this area. Okay, so now we're getting ready to head into resistance, and we're getting ready to approach the 382. I'm not going to turn that on just yet. That's what I'm looking for resistance. I'm looking for a B wave into this zone, which is 332 and 334. Tesla. Like I said in my video last night, for those of you who saw it, it's very hard for me to think this is done, because notice how we've got some positive divergence here. I mean, we've got a double bottom here almost. I mean, it's practically made a new low, and the MACD is still declining in terms of the negative momentum. And if I turn on the extended for this, we're still well above the support level, especially the 382. Like I said last night, we've tested it once, twice, came damn near close on the third time, and we're kind of, we're kind of being a little choppy here, but we're going up. So you see how we got these moves? It swings up, down, and so it's definitely on watch today. But again, like I said in the video last night, it's hard for me to not consider another move higher with this MACD. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for Tesla. Whether we get this wave 5, I don't know. I mean, Tesla's been trying real hard, trying to break this level here, which is about 455-ish. Really need to break over 460. But yeah, 455-ish. Between 455, 457, somewhere around that range. We really got to bust through that. So that's Tesla. Netflix, for those of you that follow me on the small account challenge, I took a position here and started to scale in. Here's why. Very nice cup and handle on the big chart. Let's go to the 1 hour. There's your cup and handle. The handle comes down. I counted 5 waves down. And then go down to the 5 minute. And I have my 1-2 setup right here. So this is 1. Just put it on here. Here's 0. There's my 1. There's my 2. And now we go up into wave 3, which is up here. Pull back into wave 4, which is the 786. And we go up for a wave 5 with the 1768. So this entire move, in my opinion, should finish around 505 to 509. And then remember, this is just one. It's not that it's done. It's just, this is just one wave. Okay, so we're looking at the micro level. So this is going to end up being a bigger one. And then we pull back. Okay, so for example, if we can reach the 1768, grab the support. If we can reach the 176, oh come on, jeez. We can reach the 1768 in a wave 5. That means I expect Netflix to come right back down to 618 to 58, which is 5 extension, which is about 477 to 483. So that would be a 1-2 in a bigger degree. Okay. So that's Netflix. I'll go over the positions here pretty quick. Let me take a snapshot actually and get them ready. I'm gonna go over Spotify. Okay, so Spotify, again, very nice and cup and handle. I can count 5 waves from here, from this B down to the C. So this is 5 waves, and now we got my 1-2 set up here. So Spotify is definitely looking good here. So that's Spotify. So here's my, draw it on here. Got my 0 here, got my 1 wave, and then I got my 2 wave down here. And now we're going up in a wave 3. Okay. You notice here I counted 5 waves down. Notice how this candle came, it kind of broke the 1768 a little, and then it reversed. So that's 5 waves down there. Amazon. Amazon is the Amazon. I don't want to consider this done in terms of a wave C. I was really looking for Amazon to come down here, and it may do that once we bounce in a wave 4. But here's what I was tracking on Amazon. I have an A wave here, a B wave pullback, and then I had a 5 wave count here. I mean, we didn't quite get to the 1382 in a wave 3. We barely touched the 1236, and we bounced up. I didn't like that, but again, the market doesn't have to follow these fibs. Yeah, it's shallow. No, I'm not gonna do that. So that's what I'm tracking. And take note. Let me show you something. I mean, this is wave 3. When we were in wave 4 pullbacks, so just be careful. You know what I say about wave 4 pullbacks. But if we can get into this resistance, which I expect to, and actually I think we came shy of the 1382 here, which means I really am expecting. Let's just do this, actually. Take this out. Since we are shy on the 1382, that means we go a little deeper into, we go past the 764 and go to the 618. So we almost should be we should be bouncing here somewhere. But let me throw on some resistance swing. Okay, so we're approaching. What I just did was I measured this swing here. So I've got a swing, I got a swing down, then up. We consolidated here. Do a bit of a triangle here. Okay. So we kind of went A, B, C, D, E, then came back down. Real quick. That. That's not it. Okay. Yeah. I don't think this move's done. I think there's a good chance it will get bounced out, or not bounced out. There's a good chance we'll get rejected somewhere in resistance. And then we'll come down and grab a wave 5, which if wave 3 didn't get to the 1382, then my wave C, the wave 5, 4 of C would finish somewhere around here. So I'm going to actually just bump it up. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm needing Amazon to finish this move down, which would theoretically would be in line with the QQQs too. You know, if we're on a wave 4 pull back up, we have to go back down for a wave 5. So, all right, I think that's it. For Spotify and for Netflix, here is the positions in the account challenge. This is a vertical debit spread call, not puts, calls. I like I said in there, I scaled in, and like we tell everybody, you scale in. I mean, this move isn't entirely done, but I scaled in. Okay, so it's one more. That's the beauty of spreads is these. If we go down for a wave 5, I mean this spread's not going to be affected that much. Unlike the naked calls that some of us play, or tend to play. So, but these are the positions. So I got Netflix, got 2 currently. Got a 590, 595 debit spread. And for Spotify, I've got a 320, 330 debit spread. And the reason I go out of the money, well, number one, I don't use a weekly. Number one. Number two, I started with 250. It's not, I'm trying to help those with small accounts. And none of us, if we have a rule of we can't have 20% of our account into one position, we can't theoretically buy at the money or in the money. So I'm trying to be very word I'm looking for. I don't know what I'm saying. But I'm trying to be mindful, I guess. I'm trying to be mindful for those that actually have small accounts because I've been there. And we want this to be a successful challenge for everyone. So if you notice, I mean, we're pretty close. Here's the account. Started at 250. We're now at 473.10. So we're getting fairly close to our first milestone of 500. And then it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a slow process. It's always a slow process in the beginning to grow that account. But once you start hitting the 1,000, the 1,500, and the 2,000, now your 20% threshold in terms of how much you're able to put into one account or one position, that becomes bigger, which means the wins become bigger. So and then these small compounded wins, they just start to grow and grow. So it's going to speed up. We're kind of, it's kind of an uphill battle, but once we get to that top of that peak, it's going to start. I mean, it's going to start to get crazy. So frugal, yes. It's funny. Frugal, yes. Well said. So yeah, that's what I have. I think that's all. What did I? QQQ, Spy, Tesla, Netflix. Okay, so there you go. So I wanted to keep this short and sweet. 22 minutes into the stream. So for those that go to work, can actually view this on their break, so they can kind of see what I'm looking at and what we're following. But other than that, for those of you who are in here, I see 116 and only 8 likes. Smash it for me, please. But yeah. Let's go back. Let me go back to QQQs because it's going to be the talk of the channel. So, like I said, we're here approaching wave 4. All right, folks, I appreciate you joining. I will see you guys in the day trade room. Oh, Apple. Oh, good call, Dennis. Woo! I knew I was going to do something. Okay, let's look at Apple. So here's what I was tracking for Apple. Again, see, so here's the count. I counted 5 ways down, and then I got my 1, 2 set up to the downside for a C wave. Excuse me. And my expectation was for this count to take shape, and we bounced off for a wave 1. We bounced pretty much near the 618. Okay. Then we pulled back in a wave 2, and then we came down for a wave 3. But notice how the wave 3 didn't really get to the 1382. But yeah, we kind of went past the 618. We didn't complete. I mean, you could technically call this a 3. But now what I'm looking for, you'll notice as we're climbing in an apple, notice how we're entering 1. So I think it's got to be this counts wrong. So while we're on here, let's just what we're looking at. Now remember, I mean, don't chase this. Do not chase this. This is a 1-hour chart. What goes up must come back down. Okay, so please be patient. Do not chase this. Even one. Doesn't. Okay, so this is 5 waves down. A, B, right, that's what applesauce really making me mad. The end. Try something else. Ugly Rick. Five waves down. Pull back. E move. Two. This one. That all. Oops. FYI, these boxes represent gaps. We've got a massive gap right here. That's why I'm not entirely happy with it. I'm going to do it without the extension. think this might have. Usually, so tickers become this difficult to try to track from an elliott wave standpoint. Usually, you have to. What I do is like look at the MACD. These long lines represent wave threes in a smaller degree. Because remember, wave threes are maybe the largest waves. Not convinced by wave. Distance. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm looking at. I don't like the fact that we've entered wave one zone. I know the rule is you don't enter it, otherwise it validates the count. So this is what I'm going to do. This is all, and keep in mind, this is extended hours too. We're in the zone on extended. That's nothing. This is what I'm looking at here. So when the market opens, if we don't start bleeding, we don't start coming down, and we're getting pretty close. We're getting pretty close to that 618. We don't start coming down. We actually break this level. This is the next level I'm looking for. $764. So we start breaking this, 764. That's where I tend to get concerned. That's where I have to say, this is 5 waves. I don't know how the hell it's 5 waves, in my opinion. I don't think it's 5 waves, but I'm gonna have to call this the 5th wave, and we reversed. But we have to break this level. So we're getting very close to that 618 though. QQQ that. I mean, we've already breached the 786 level here in a wave 4 pullback. So it's about to get very interesting in the open. Right there. But yeah, so here's where I still think this is a wave 3. for Apple. We still go down for a wave 5, which would take us to 97 to 99. If this is the bottom, okay, means this would be my 1, 2. 618, we bounce back. Get to the, see, this is nothing. Okay. We didn't even come down. I mean, we've got the 1, 2 set up. We climbed up. If you call this is again, this is after hours and then pre-market, not a pullback. Once we get to the 1382, we pull back into to the 768, a nice healthy pullback. And now we're at the 1618, getting ready to approach 1768 with no pullback. Not buying it. So I still think this is a wave 3. We're getting ready to test that 1618. So let's see what happens to Apple here. But the only way I'm going to get concerned, not concerned, the only way I'm going to think this move is reversed, or this entire this entire ticker Apple's reversed entirely, is if you break the 764 level. So we bust through 115.08, then we reversed. But don't chase it. Again, what goes up must come down. Okay, so if we get 5 waves up, big deal. It doesn't matter because it's coming back down for a wave 2. All right, so you're going to get your chance to ride that wave 3. So just be patient. But that's what I'm tracking on Apple. Yeah, the reason why I have this wave 5 down here is because we've got this gap. I mean, it fits perfectly. So my wave count that I have going down to going 5 waves down, I mean, it fit very nicely. It would fill this gap, and it would be the perfect time to really start reversing. And it would actually coincide with the QQQs, because again, QQQ is in a wave 4. I mean, if we can pull down in a wave 5, that means Apple's going to pull down in a wave 5. Fill the gap and reverse. QQQs, come down, reverse. And I've got my entire ABC move from the all-time high. Well, that's why this is why I don't want to count this as 5 waves down. So, all right, folks, I ran over. It's 40 minutes. Market's about to open in less than 10 minutes. Oh gosh, 7 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna kill this now. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna do more of those videos that I sent last night on Tesla. Even though if I can't immediately get to do an online session after hours, because I know a lot of people work. I'm gonna start making those quick, short, videos. What I'm eyeing and what the count looks like. Just kind of like what we did for Tesla. So keep an eye out for that. But all right, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna see you guys in the day trade room.